Alright guys, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel and NASCAR Heat 5. We are about to go racing here with our Florida Racing number 35 Mustang in the Xfinity Series, as we are on the hunt to get ourselves a NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. So let's get ready to rumble. Alright guys, if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It helps out the channel a whole lot. And don't forget to check out the merch shop for some pretty cool gaming gear. Thanks guys. Alrighty, so we got quite a few people having bad days, but we also got Brandon Jones as the pole winner, which is what he needs to make sure he can continue on in the NASCAR Xfinity playoffs. So let's get ready to go racing here in Xfinity. We are underway. Car feels pretty good, and I did forget to switch the race length, so we are going to have just 4-lap shootouts here in the first few stages, it looks like, but that's okay. As long as the game will work, we will work with what we got. Currently, this is what we got. Car feels really good. It's a 95, 95, 95, so pretty decent rating. Crew did a good job working on it. So let's see what we can do towards the front here. We're up to 28th, 27th. Running down here on the apron. 25, give it some brakes. Car feels really good, I like it. The tire wear looks pretty good. We are good on fuel, so that's not going to be much of an issue. A bit of a side draft there to Joe Nemechek. Brandon Jones really working on making sure he stays in the lead. Seeing who's around us here, we got no Grexon right here. I think he's in the playoffs. Yes, he is. Try and get around him. Not having a good day back here in 20s for him, that's for sure. Really moving our way up. Keep an eyeball on who's around us, playoff driver-wise. There's Alex LeBay, who unfortunately, because, as I said, we had to reset everything, he's now in the playoffs, so keep an eyeball on him. But yeah, he's in here racing for a playoff. I don't think it's going to matter too much, but he's in here anyway, so that's what happens when your game sends you back all the way to the Canadian Tire and you got to race all the races in between. Oi. Alright, car feels a little bit on the loose side. We might want to tighten it up just a tad once we come to pit road. Doesn't look like we're going to get any stage points in this stage, as everybody kind of separated themselves up here in their own little pack. We did get quite a few spots up to 12th, so that's going to help us out later on in this race. There we go. What are we going to do here? I don't think anybody's going to pit this stage, but we do need to switch. We're going to go ahead and switch the strategy. Going to go ahead and get a little fuel, and what we're going to do on this is we're going to tighten up the wedge just a tad by lowering it, because the car is just a tad bit too loose. So we're going to go ahead and do that, get ourselves 4 tires, and we'll come up back from the back. But yeah, the car for the long run was getting a little bit too loose there on the bottom. So hopefully that will tighten it up just a bit. So here we go, racing in stage number 2. And if you guys haven't been checking out the Wacky Wednesday series over on the Combustion Gamer Racing channel, check that out, because I had a lot of fun with Project Cars 2, putting some different car combinations, mostly on dirt, but on a few other car/track combinations, and that was a lot of fun. So make sure you check out that series of videos every Wednesday throughout the summer, and depending on how many videos, I think I have a few more in the editor. So depending on how many I end up with, I might go a little bit into the fall with like September, I think. So we might end up in October depending on how many I get done. But yeah, I got a few of those. That was a lot of fun. Just kind of switched things up just a bit for what I've been doing of late. So enjoyed that. And Project Cars 2 is really fun. A really fun simulator to be able to run with. So anyways, check those videos out over there. Thanks guys a lot. So we're going to continue racing here. We're up to 23rd. Car feels a lot better. It's still on a good loose. Feels nice and loose. Doesn't feel tight like the truck did in the previous race, which that was a catastrophe. I do need to keep an eyeball on my tires, and those look pretty good. We're up to 18th here. Entered the turn absolutely wonky there, and that's definitely not what we're needing to succeed here. Car feels like it has a lot of speed, but everybody around us seems to have a lot of speed as well, so that's kind of keeping us a little bit hampered back here in the back. So let's move along. Here we go, 2 laps remaining in stage 2. So part of this is my own fault because I did decide to pit and take tires. Everybody else should pit and take tires after this stage, but I knew that I needed to go ahead and get that a little bit of wedge adjustment done, and the car feels much better for it, so that's going to help us out tremendously once we get to stage 3, which is going to be a bit of a longer run, because the car feels much better just on that nice little edge of loose that I enjoy to race, where I can kind of make the back end kind of step out just a tad in the turns, which allows me to manipulate where my car is pointing. So I really do like how that feels. Double check our tire wear there. It looks nice and even, so yeah, crew did a good job on the setup. We just need to do that a little bit of wedge there to get to where we need to go, and the car is doing a great job. If we had entered that maybe a little bit differently on turn 3 there, we might have gotten 2 spots. I kind of doubt it though. And we're going to get David Starr past us there. There we go, 12th. Hallelujah. So all those guys collecting points, doing a great job up there. Now everybody's going to pit. We are going to get ourselves those tires that we need. Absolutely. Let's see what the crew does. Gets us 4 spots. So great job by the crew on pit road. That's going to help us out a lot. And here we go. We haven't started up this high in the field, so this should really help us out. We'll see how the car handles up towards the front from the beginning of the flag all the way to the end. Depending on the fuel strategy, there might need to be a pit stop here for fuel. I want to see how everything looks though. So alrighty, we got everybody moseying along here. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Let's see what we got as we get under the 8. 12 laps remaining, 12 laps of fuel. So for some of these AI, that's going to be kind of close. So we're going to have to wait and see how everybody does. On fuel. So there's the ticker there. We're hit 11 laps. So in theory, with how the how the gas economy is, the fuel economy on these tracks, usually you end up being whatever you have at the beginning of the run on these particular tracks, you usually end up having 1 lap less than what it says once you get to the end of the run. So yeah, as you see there, farther back on the track, and that fuel's going down, so that switches things up. So maybe everybody's gonna have to pit, maybe, so we're gonna have to watch that quite a bit. Let me get into my entry of the corners here and switch up just a little bit. There we go. Start going off throttle a bit more than we had been, and see if we can't save some fuel. So let's see where the 10 goes. There we go, 9. So see, it's backing up. As we're going around, the fuel gauge is backing up on the track, so we're not going to have enough fuel towards the end of this race unless we get a caution. So let's see what we get here. There we go. 9 laps remaining, so see that, but the lap ticker keeps on backing up every lap. So let's see where that starts to back up to. I'm going to start slowing up here because we're starting to rip up that right front tire there just a bit too much. You see, once again, farther back on the track is where the ticker went down, so we got to keep an eyeball on that. Start letting off the throttle just a little bit early in the turns. That's going to help us save some tire, and that's also going to help us save some fuel, because in theory, everybody else should have about the same gas mileage as I do, so in theory, they're going to have to pit. So we're going to have to see how that all works. I'm trying to get Anthony Alfredo here out in front of me. so I can draft him. That's gonna help. Yeah, once again the lap ticker moved back on the track, so keep an eye on that. That way I can have free range on this bottom lane, because I do pretty good once I sliding up the track, a little bit of a wall tap there, not too bad. Got Harrison Burton doing a really good job on track. Off throttle, getting to the turn. Nicely done. Trying to see if that saves us any fuel with this. So there we go. So see, we keep on backing up that fuel. Because that was midway through turns 1 and 2 that the ticker went down to 6 laps of fuel. So it's going to be pretty tight here as we get towards the end. So there we go, 6 laps remaining. So see, we keep losing fuel before the end of the stage. Yeah, so about the same spot we're losing the tick on the fuel. Just watching that kind of closely. So the question is, can everybody else make it on fuel? Also, too, we got the tire situation. I don't know what their tires look like. So I'm sliding up the track here. Going to get a little bit more of a walk tap there. 5 laps remaining. So is everybody going to try and make it all the way to the end, or are they going to try and pit? That's the question. Fuel ticket went back, so we're doing really good here. We're up in the top 10, but we are losing momentum as the run goes on. Everybody else seems to be gaining some. We almost got it loose there, keeping these guys kind of behind me here. I also have an itch on my nose. The worst time to have an itch is the turn. Got it. That is the worst place to have an itch, is when you're in the turn and you got it. It's right there. Right there. Gotta get that itch. So there we go, tire gauge is on for us. Not sure about the AI, so we've done a much better job managing the tire wear on this race than we did in the truck series. So that is greatly appreciated. So let's see, we're gonna hit 2 to go, 3 to go. I stand corrected, 3 to go. Trying to save those tires there as well. It's like, as I said, I don't know what the AI can do. Can they make it over me? That's going to be the question. I'm going to think the answer is yes. Two laps remaining, and we're going to have to pit the tires this time by if they don't blow out through one of these turns. And we have people pitting. And we gotta come with them. I'm not sure if we got a speeding penalty there or not. We are going to come to 1 lap to go on pit road. Presented by Combustion Gamer Gear. We can get some gamer related merchandise along with other stuff, and we keep getting slowed up by the AI here. They're coming out of the pits. Going to get slowed up here again. And luckily no penalty. Come on guys, come on guys, come on. Go, 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 go. So Brandon Jones will win, and it looks like he lost a ton of positions off of pit road there. I don't think we're going to gain any here. So that's a bummer. So 15th is where we're going to finish here in the Xfinity Series race at Las Vegas. Wacky pit strategy there. But Brandon Jones able to save just a little bit and make it all the way to the end. So good job for him. 15th, not where we wanted to be, but it'll work. Alright guys, there we go, 15th, not too bad. We got Brandon Jones as your winner, Daniel Hemrick, Landon Castle, Harrison Burton, and Ryan Seager, your top 5. Ryan Seager able to get what I believe were all of the stage wins. That's correct, all the stage wins went to Ryan Seager. Good job to him. And Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, Anthony Alfredo, Michael Annette, Justin Algeier, those guys round out your top 10. Nice much payout there as well, so we get a pretty good payout in total from the race weekend, and that's where we got to work on because we are now currently below the cut line, so we have got to work on that for the upcoming races, so that's not going to be helpful. Alrighty guys, so after the truck and Xfinity race, let's get ourselves the update. So we are 6 laps, 10 points below the cut line with Austin Hill and Stuart Friesen. We're all kind of vying for that spot right there. So Talladega should be a good race. Martinsville, probably won't be the best. And then it goes Phoenix. But then switching on over to the Xfinity Series, we've got the Roval up next. That's going to be a wild card. Not sure how we're going to do there, but we definitely need to be able to do the best that we can to get some points in the stages. And then we got Kansas. That we can do pretty good, but that's the round of 8. So we have got... I didn't realize that, actually. So we have got to get stage wins and more to be able to advance on. So we got to beat Noah Gragson and make sure we beat Daniel Hemrick here as well. So both these guys, we need to have bad days, is basically what we need to have happen. So that's what we got to do. And then moving on, Kansas should do pretty good. Texas should do pretty good. Martinsville, but as long as we can do good at Kansas and O'Reilly's, that should work out pretty well in our favor for the Xfinity Series. So that's the update, guys. We are going to be racing at Talladega next time you see us with the Truck Series. We also got a Cup race as well, and I hope that I don't have to reset everything and be able to come all the way back from Canadian Tire, because that would be very, very annoying. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and if you don't mind, check out the merch shop. We do have some cool stuff over there for you to peruse. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.